hectic, but wonderful at the same time.
At the start of the new millennium, many critics and even some fans thought Kylie Minogue's days as a commercially successful pop star were over. By the late 90s, her career seemed to be fading fast. In 1998, she left Deconstruction Records after disappointing sales of her sixth studio album, Impossible Princess. The record had been daring, mixing indie rock, country, trip-hop, drum and bass, and pure pop. Kylie poured herself into experimentation, trying to reinvent her sound in ways few other mainstream artists would dare. But the gamble didn't pay off. Impossible Princess was her most disappointing album commercially, and for a moment, it looked like Kylie's pop career was finished. But Kylie wasn't ready to fade away. Shortly afterward, she signed a new deal with Parlophone, and in 2000 released Light Years. That album marked a full-blown comeback. Its lead single, Spinnin' Around, was a smash hit, reminding the world why Kylie had once been called the Princess of Pop. But as we would soon see, Light Years was just the beginning. In 2001, Kylie unveiled her eighth studio album, Fever, and it took her to an entirely new level. This wasn't just a return. This was Kylie Minogue at the absolute peak of her powers. Fever was a dance pop masterpiece with elements of disco, Europop, synthpop, and club music. It was sleek, futuristic, and perfectly in tune with the early 2000s moment. More importantly, it finally cracked the American market in a serious way. While the rest of the world had long known Kylie was a pop diva, Fever introduced her to a broader US audience. What made Kylie stand out wasn't just her music, but her approach to it. She embodied camp, glamorous, ironic, and extravagant, with a playful wink that reminded you not to take pop too seriously. Unlike Madonna or Janet Jackson, Kylie didn't position herself as an untouchable goddess. She was stylish and bold, but she was also in on the joke, and that made her irresistible. The album's lead single, Can't Get You Out of My Head, became one of the defining songs of the decade. The track's hypnotic beat, minimalist production, and unforgettable chorus turned it into an instant global phenomenon. The futuristic video with Kylie in the now iconic white hooded bodysuit only added to the legend. The song became Kylie's most commercially successful single ever. It was her first million-selling single in the UK, hit number 1 in countless countries around the world, and reached number 7 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Only her second track ever to break into the American top 10. That success cemented Can't Get You Out of My Head not just as a hit, but as the anthem of the early 2000s. The single also inspired her revolutionary Fever tour. With its futuristic staging, costumes, and choreography, the tour set a new standard for what pop concert could look like and feel like. The album itself was just as successful. Fever instantly hit number 1 in 5 countries, including the UK and Kylie's native of Australia. In the United States, it climbed to number 3 on the Billboard 200, making it her highest charting album there. It went 5 times platinum in the UK and 7 times platinum in Australia. At the 2002 Brit Awards, it was named Best International Album. Can't Get You Out of My Head stayed on top of European charts for so long that it delayed the release of the second single, In Your Eyes, until February 2002. But when it finally arrived, it too was a hit, reaching the top 20 in 19 countries and hitting number 1 in Australia. In 2003, Kylie dropped the third single from Fever, Love at First Sight. That track earned her the first Grammy nomination of her career in the category of Best Dance Recording. She didn't win that year, but she would soon go one better. In 2004, the fourth single from Fever, Come Into My World, won Kylie her very first Grammy Award, again for Best Dance Recording. With Fever, Kylie created a cohesive, confident, and groundbreaking album that permanently reshaped pop music. It became her best-selling album ever, moving more than 6 million copies worldwide. It didn't just revive her career, it redefined it. But what made Fever truly special was how complete it felt. It wasn't just a collection of singles, but a fully realized vision. The opening track, More, pulsed with ecstatic techno energy and a heavy house bass line, while Kylie whispered about passion and desire. The title track, Fever, was flirty and playful, perfectly echoing the sensual imagery of the album cover. This sound transformed Kylie into the reigning queen of the nightclub scene. She leaned into disco, but she modernized it for a new era. The result was an album that sounded fresh in 2001 and still holds up today, more than 2 decades later. And the legacy of Fever continues to this day. Even now, 24 years later, its status remains untouchable. Tracks like Can't Get You Out of My Head don't just belong to Kylie's discography. They belong to pop history itself. You hear them and immediately think of a place, a time, and an energy that defined the early 2000s. With Fever, all the stars aligned for Kylie Minogue. She went from an artist people had counted out to a global pop icon. The album gave her not just sales, not just critical acclaim, but also credibility as a touring artist. Her Fever tour wasn't just a string of shows. It became the blueprint for what a pop spectacle could look like in the 21st century. Kylie's story is a perfect reminder that in pop music, careers can always be reborn. Just when the world thought she was done, she came back stronger than ever with an album that defined a generation.